Hey there viewers, have you been watching your blood pressure? Since your diet probably hasn't been great during quarantine, hypertension is something you need to consider. Over 1.3 billion people worldwide suffer from high blood pressure. It affects 1 in 4 men and 1 in 5 women. There are many signs and symptoms you should look out for. Let's talk about 9 signs of high blood pressure you should never ignore. Have you been getting chest pains? What about awful headaches? Does it seem like you're urinating all the time? Wait, can high blood pressure really cause me to lose my vision? We're talking all this and more. Number 1. Vision loss. That's right, high blood pressure can cause you to lose your sight. This can come in the form of blurriness or complete loss in vision. There are several things that happen to cause this. When your blood pressure is high, this results in something called hypersensitive retinopathy. This is when the blood vessels are damaged to the point of blurred vision. Studies have shown that people with high blood pressure are likely to experience mild to severe forms of retinopathy at some point. There's also something called choroidopathy. With this, you'll see a buildup of fluid under your retina. This ruins your ability to see. If you experience vision loss in even one of your eyes, try your best to get to a doctor as soon as possible. Have you ever experienced sudden vision loss? What was the cause? Sound off in the comment section and start a conversation with the Bestie community. Number 2. Memory loss. Along with your vision, high blood pressure can also cost you your memory. This happens through reduced blood flow to the brain. Studies have shown that people suffering from hypertension have less blood flow in parts of their brain that involve memory. In order for your brain to function at its normal rate, it needs a certain amount of blood going through it. About a quart every minute, give or take. Since the blood is not properly flowing, the brain doesn't get enough oxygen. As a result, you'll notice your memory start to slip. Not only will your memory become fuzzy, but low oxygen levels will also cause you to become confused. After a while, you'll suffer full-on cognitive decline, so make sure you receive medical attention if you're concerned. Number 3. Swollen feet, legs, and abdomen. If you have hypertension, you might notice that the lower areas of your body have started to swell up. This is a result of something called edema. Edema is an abnormal buildup of fluid in the ankles, feet, and legs. It's one of the signs of pulmonary hypertension. This is when there's high blood pressure in your lungs. It affects the pulmonary arteries, which transport blood from your heart to your lungs. With hypertension, the arteries become blocked, causing the heart to work even harder to pump blood. As a result, the heart will start taking blood from other places of the body. This includes the leg area. The swelling buildup in your feet and legs will be visible almost instantly. As for your midsection, it'll start to balloon as well. Number 4. Chest pains. Let me put it simply. If your heart's working overtime to pump blood, your chest is going to kill. The blood pumping through clogged and backed up arteries will definitely cause pain. This is known as angina, which is brought on by reduced blood flow and oxygen. Eventually, the damage done to your arteries will result in a heart attack. If the pains are getting progressively worse, you need to seek medical attention ASAP. The pains will usually be accompanied by other symptoms, such as sweating, numbness, shortness of breath, nausea, and vomiting. Just make sure you're keeping tabs on your blood pressure. Number 5. Frequent urination. Not only does hypertension hurt your heart, but it can also do a number on your kidneys. You might be noticing yourself heading to the bathroom more than usual. If this happens at night, it's known as nocturia. It's probably a result of your blood pressure being through the roof. Research has shown that people who consume too much salt are at a greater risk for having nocturia. This is because a salty diet increases your blood pressure. Other studies have shown that using the toilet at night has a 40% chance of being associated with nocturia. When your blood pressure is bad, it'll cause arteries around the kidneys to narrow. This results in less blood being delivered to the kidney tissue. This obviously messes with the way kidneys usually function. Another problem with urine is that you should look out for hematuria. This is when you find blood in your urine. It's highly common with people who have large kidneys and high blood pressure. Before we continue, are you looking to get in better shape? Well, you need to watch what you're eating. Check out our recent video on 9 food combinations that will benefit your health. Now back to our discussion on serious signs of high blood pressure. Number 6. Headache. There are countless reasons why you might get a headache. Sometimes you just haven't slept or had a decent meal, but in the case of hypertension, you should probably be worried about this. A headache can mean that your blood pressure is only getting worse. The headache is sometimes accompanied by a nosebleed. Pretty freaky, right? Well, this usually happens when your blood pressure is measured at 180/120 mmHg or higher. If you're noticing that your head is pounding, while also experiencing nosebleeds and overall sickness, you need to get medical help as quickly as you can. Number 7. Abdominal pain. High blood pressure will cause the abdominal artery known as the aorta to bulge out. This is called an abdominal aortic aneurysm. If you feel pain in your midsection followed by a firm bulging, you need to get medical help immediately. The aneurysm can rupture. When this happens, there's an 80% chance you'll die. The feeling of abdominal pain will come with other symptoms. This is where you need to be especially concerned. You're also going to feel a deep pain in your lower back. There'll even be a pulsating feeling around your belly button. You'll feel this just by putting your hand on your navel area. Abdominal pain can also give you a sort of tearing feeling in the lower left part of your body. Finally, abdominal pains can also lead to loss of consciousness, so be careful. Number 8. Fatigue. High blood pressure will cause you to feel really tired. Your poor sleep will in turn result in a few other symptoms, like headaches and cognitive decline. Even if your fatigue isn't connected directly to high blood pressure, the hypertension can lead to conditions that'll definitely make you feel exhausted. As we discussed earlier, high blood pressure damages both the heart and the kidneys. This can knock the wind right out of you. Since your arteries aren't getting the proper blood flow, you're not going to feel as energetic. This will get in the way of your everyday routine. If you're continually feeling tired as time goes on, it's best to talk to a medical professional. This can lead to other terrible conditions. Number 9. Irregular heartbeat. High blood pressure causes your heart to beat out of order. If your heart is struggling to pump blood, it's going to interrupt the natural order of your heartbeat. This is known as arrhythmia. Heart disease in general increases your chances of arrhythmia, but when your arteries are backed up and blood is not flowing into your heart, the beat is going to be thrown off. If you're noticing that your heart is beating this way, you're going to want to tend to it quickly. You're going through heart failure. This is where it leads to things like heart attacks and strokes. Your blood pressure sure can be scary. You definitely don't want to end up with any of those symptoms. I know I don't. What do you say we talk about ways to avoid high blood pressure and keep our hearts in good shape? Check out our video on 5 types of foods that help lower your blood pressure. Or how about looking at 8 things that are currently raising your blood pressure and raising it fast? Go ahead, choose the videos on the screen and help stabilize your blood pressure. Have you experienced any of these symptoms? Let us know in the comments below.